You've tuned into City Lights on Novus TV. I'm Tina Lovegreen. I'm at what I can best describe as the city's art party. Artists from the Push International Performing Arts Festival have descended upon the Vancouver Art Gallery for what is sure to be an unforgettable evening. Well, Jay, you had the honor and the hard work of putting all this together, and you got to choose from everything that the Push Festival had to offer. What was that experience like?
There's a kind of an embarrassment of riches with the Push Festival in terms of how much work is being programmed in the city right now, and of course a lot of that's local talent, which is great. There was a particular artist named Emily Johnson, and she's an Aboriginal dance artist from the United States, and she's here on a residency and working on a new piece. It's actually the first time being performed anywhere here tonight. Push and the Art Gallery, I think, have a special relationship, and both organizations have a special place in the heart of Vancouverites at a very dark time of year. So seeing all these people, flood into the gallery on a January night, yeah, it's just a lot of fun.
Run me through some of the highlights that people can expect to walk through tonight.
Starting from the 4th floor, we've got a great group called Sonic Elder. These are all musicians that are over 70 that have been working with the theater company in town to create a performance that's really telling their stories of what it's been like to be a musician through all those different ages, right? Then coming down to the 3rd floor, there's 2 pieces there. One's called the Experience Spheres. I'm going to say that slowly so I say it right. It's by Tangible Interaction, and they're a local interactive art and technology company. So you put your head inside these spheres and kind of, freak out. Also on that floor, there's another local dance group, Machine Noisy, and they're doing a piece called Time Machine. It looks at how children view adults. You know how the Peanuts talk? The womp womp. Sort of, if you can imagine how that looked. This floor, which is the 2nd floor, really interesting up-and-coming interdisciplinary group called Hong Kong Exile. So these are 2nd-generation Chinese-born artists here that are working in various forms. They've created a piece that's really about playing a piano, but instead of notes coming out of it, it's audio-video cues.
Kind of like a 2-in-1.
It is kind of like 2. That's my favorite way to see all the work here, for sure, yeah.
So I imagine this is a little different than what you're normally used to when you're playing piano. What's it like?
It's busy. In Cantonese, there's a word called yi lao, which means that the space is buzzing with heat. So I think it's beautiful that there's just a lot of people kind of happening upon the installation, happening upon the performance. But it makes it quite a bit difficult for me to focus. So I'm glad that we're doing it a couple times tonight because every crowd is very different, and what's beautiful is even though it's really busy, I still sense the intimacy.
And so in your mind, why is there this obsession with Asian parents and that culture of having their kids become these perfectionists, and especially with piano?
Looking at Lang Lang as a world superstar that has really quite the rags to riches story, I think he has a lot to do with the reason why everyone all of a sudden thinks that it's a really great idea. But for me, I was forced to play piano, and I think there's something to be said for how easily the desire to do something is drained when it is imposed so oppressively.
What was really fun tonight was watching people just have a great time with you guys, but this was the first time you've all come together.
Yeah.
What was it like?
Fabulous, just fabulous.
Miraculous that we all got together. Because it's not.
Why invigorating? That's a strong word. Why invigorating?
We've all been musicians and singers for 60 years, right? So people think we disappear, and finish up in old people's homes playing checkers. We're still out there rocking.
And
we're rocking.
It's miraculous because in most bands, when you come together, it's some kind of a special thing that happens. But when you come together the way we did, it is miraculous that we could play together.
Ronnie and I worked together. Yeah, when I was 14. I worked with his first band.
How has it changed since you guys have started performing in the 50s and 60s?
The wonderful thing is that Billy and I are pretty current, and we decided that we wanted to carry on, not just as elders, as musicians, but to do the new old school, get back in the business. And you never could be too old for that. And I think they feel the same way as well.
And I hadn't sang for 15 years.
Yeah.
And I haven't sang.
How did it feel tonight?
Good.
The adrenaline, I can't even tell you. I was just, wow.
We worked 3.5 hours.
It was wonderful.
Does it feel different than it did 15 years ago when you're up there?
Oh, God, yeah. Big time.
What's the difference?
It was a job, a real job before. Now, it's still a job, but we're having so much fun. At our age, we're doing it.
It's not work.
You can catch the artists performing at the Push Festival at various spots across the city until February 8th. For City Lights on Novus TV, I'm Tina Lovegreen.